today's video, I'm going to show you the best Void Warlock PvE build that will have you regenning your super and grenade like crazy, along with simultaneously giving infinite health and damage resistance on top of that. This build is incredibly fun to use since it allows you to really embrace the Warlock fantasy of just destroying everything with your supers and abilities, while being basically invincible the entire time. Starting with the subclass, you're going to be running bottom tree Void Walker since it allows us to use the ability Devour. Kills with this melee ability fully regenerate your health. For a short time afterward, kills restore your health. This also ties into the other subclass perk Feed the Void. Consume your grenade energy to regenerate health. Grants the Devour effect. This is key for this build because it's Devour that really allows us to absorb infinite amounts of damage, and it directly ties into our abilities, the other subclass perk, Insatiable. While the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration and recharges your grenade. Activating this perk is going to be key in keeping you alive, but also impacts how frequently you will get your grenade back, and after we talk about the mods and weapons we are using, you'll see why having Devour active before any engagement is going to be very important when it comes to getting the most out of this build. Now, one thing I forgot to mention was our grenade choice. Scatter Grenade is a good option here since it is great for killing adds, but I personally still prefer the Vortex Grenade since it tends to do a little more damage per tick and can help you clear adds just as fast. Getting into our armor and mods, starting with our helmet, and we are running the exotic helmet Nezeracs Sin, the exotic perk Abyssal Extractors. Void damage kills increased ability energy recharge rate, and it doesn't explicitly state it here, but that also includes your super, and as you continue to get void kills, the duration of this ability extends as much as 18 seconds. This is great for giving us an easy boost to our passive ability regen as we continue to get void kills with our abilities and weapons, and will allow us to spam our abilities more frequently. For mods, I'm running Elemental Ordnance. Defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an elemental well that matches your energy type, and I'll dive into this more later as we get into the rest of the mods, but this will be key in giving a nice damage boost to our weapons along with some nice damage resistance. Then I'm running Double Ashes to Assets, which gives bonus super energy on grenade kills. This creates a nice synergy between our grenade and super, since a lot of this build will revolve around spamming our grenades and thus will feed directly into our super energy. On my arms, I'm running Font of Might, and the short version of what this mod does is when you pick up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type, in our case Void, it grants a 10-second weapon damage boost of 25%. So as we are spamming our grenades and getting kills, this will be creating Void Wells that we can pick up and give our Void weapons a 10-second 25% damage boost. Then I'm also running Unstoppable Fusion in the case that I'm running any content that has unstoppable champions. Next, on my chest piece, I'm running Well of Tenacity. Picking up a Void Elemental Well reduces the damage you take from combatants for a short period of time, and this mod reduces the damage you take by 10% for 10 seconds when picking up an Elemental Well. As you can imagine, this damage resistance boost pairs nicely with the 25% damage boost we'll be getting and the health regen we'll be getting from Devour. You can really see this build start to materialize. Then, I'm also running Fusion Rifle Reserves to make sure I have plenty of ammo for my Fusion, which we'll be talking about in a moment. On my boots, I'm running Fusion Scavenger to make sure I'm getting plenty of ammo for my weapons, and then I'm running Elemental Charge. Become charged with light by picking up an Elemental Well. If the Elemental Well matches your subclass, you gain 2 stacks of charge with light. This ties right into our class item and the mod slotted on there, Firepower. While charged with light, regain a portion of your grenade energy when you use your grenade. This gives us one last way to further boost our grenade energy, specifically tying in nicely with Insatiable and Abyssal Extractors to give us a nice overall boost to our grenade regen. I'm also running Double Bomber here as well, where using your class ability reduces your grenade cooldown. This is only if I get in a spot where for whatever reason I need a nice chunk of grenade energy fast. But if I was running high level content, I would be definitely running Particle Deconstruction to give more damage to my Fusion Rifle. If you're enjoying this video, consider joining the Discord using the link below to link up with other like-minded Destiny gamers to show off your builds, god rolls, or even your Destiny fashion. For our weapons, I'm running Null Composure as my energy since it's Void and it has Reservoir Burst to help get multiple Void kills at launch, which will trigger an extended duration of Abyssal Extractors and give me multiple bumps of grenade energy if I have Devour active. Then I'm running my Fatebringer with Minor Spec mod, nothing too special there. And lastly, for my heavy, I'm running the other half Void Energy Sword to ensure that unless I'm using my Fatebringer, I'm always using a weapon that is triggering Abyssal Extractors and that increased ability regen. Now that I've laid out all the different mods and weapons we are using, I'll explain how you want to sequence your abilities to get the most out of this build. The first thing heading into your engagement you want to do is pop Devour, as this sets you up to get the health regen and grenade energy regen on kills. From there, it's time to proc Abyssal Extractors, and to do that, we simply need to get kills with our Null Composure, and keep in mind while doing this, you will most likely have your grenade back after 2 or 3 kills. Now that we have our grenade back, we can really start chaining things together, and there is where you need to spam your nade at whatever adds may be around. After you secure some kills with your grenade, your enemies will drop a Void Well, which upon pickup will trigger the 25% damage boost to Void weapons and the 10% damage resistance as well. Also, as you keep spamming nades due to ashes and acids, you'll also be generating a lot of super energy, so don't be shy with it and let the supers fly as much as you want. During this, you will also be generating stacks of charge with light that can be used to give small additional bumps in grenade energy. Doing this on repeat will give you the best results with this build, and as a result, you will always be getting large amounts of health back along with having your abilities and super available almost all of the time. And then you throw in the damage boost and damage resistance, and you are truly going to feel unstoppable in PvE. Overall, I must say I did really enjoy this build. It really did create that power fantasy that we all want to feel on Warlock, where you're constantly spamming those abilities and your super, just decimating your opponents. And the other thing that's really cool is this build can scale up or scale down depending on the content that you're playing and could be just as viable. But let me know in the comments below, is there any mods or weapons you would rather use or you think would be a better fit for this build, so that way we can share that knowledge with each other, continue to improve upon this build, or drop it in my Discord again with the link down below. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to watch the rest of the gameplays to really see the full power of this build in action, and I will catch you guys in the next one.